for sexual energy or sexuality has to do with what I mentioned, like intimacy, vulnerability, nakedness in an internal sense, creativity, uh, and so on. So all the things I have to culture myself as a monk. I have to be vulnerable. I have to culture intimate relationships, which intimate doesn't mean sexual physically. I mean, just to have. Interestingly, in Sanskrit, the word for sexual activity and intimate association is the same. It's Sangha. Sangha means intimate association and refers one form of intimate association is sexual interaction, but there are so many other forms of intimate association when you are ideally equally naked internally, equally vulnerable, equally opening to one another, equally emotionally exposed, as we talked in the morning. So with this, my point is, ideally, none of us should have an excuse to skip one or other of those forms. All of us should go through a form of healthy expression of the sexual energy in the form of, again, cultivating intimacy with our emotions, being exposed in a healthy way, in a vulnerable way. And I will say that this type of approach, which for me is more commonsensical and human, helps way more to balance even the physical sexuality than if you're just condemning yourself and this is the only legal way, everything else is illicit, and so many forms of repression and degradation and abuse end up happening in the background. Or pornography or abuse or so many things, because you are not able to acknowledge things in a more natural way. And I'm talking on the basis of knowing so many situations, the struggles of devotees who are very nice, very sincere, but they are struggling with how to express this in a sustainable way. And when they cannot, sometimes they think, oh, there's no place for me in Krishna Bhakti. And they leave. So that's heartbreaking, basically. That's not the idea. So we should be willing to accommodate everyone, and that doesn't mean we are just like creating our own siddhanta and going against everything. I mean, there's place for being flexible and considerate and human in every single case. No?